excited to be here. It's been such a massive couple of weeks. Have you been feeling that way? So I'm excited to bring you through some guidance. I've got the new Archangel Michael sort of light deck, and I've also got the Archangel Wisdom Tarot, which are always really beautiful. So first we start by calling in the angels. Thank you, angels, for being with us here today, for bringing through a clear message, for bringing about a beautiful week where your intentions come to fruition and everything is divinely healed. All obstacles are removed. So let's start with the reading. I'm using, as I said, the sort of light deck. So I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to be with us for this. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your presence and for protecting everybody, protecting this session. And thank you for letting us know your guidance. So these are such beautiful cards. I found them to be really, really accurate. Okay, I'm going to pull 3 and then I'm going to pull 1 from the other deck. All right, this is huge. This is really wonderful. Let me try and make my screen bigger. Yeah, it went smaller. Of course it did. So we've got 2 hummingbirds, a red one and a gold one. We've got this beautiful figure in the center. Look at her and just get the feeling of this card before I tell you what the meaning is. It's really gorgeous. And we've also got these gorgeous flowers which represent, I think, the chakras. This is reminding you to open up your spiritual gifts, to allow yourself to understand that you're a soul, not just a physical being. And with that, you have all of these gifts, abilities, and the ability to communicate with angels, to access healing energy, to access wisdom from the divine, not only to help you, but to help others. And the more that you fill up with this angel energy and you communicate with the angels and use your intuition and really listen to that guidance that's there for you, not only will your own life move forward in positive ways, but you'll also help other people. Not necessarily if you don't want to be a healer or a teacher or give wisdom in any way, but just by being yourself. When you're authentic and you step into your truth, you create a ripple effect in the world, and that light shines through everybody else and it helps people. You inspire people, you uplift people with your presence. So this is a reminder for you to open up to your spiritual gifts, receive that energy from the angels, and know that they're tapping on your shoulder because they have guidance for you. This is lovely. This is the guidance card. This is where the angels are giving us actual guidance steps, insight as to how we can have what we want, the things that we've been asking for. And this is lovely. It's insight. And it's saying that the challenges that you're currently going through, the obstacles that appear to be in your way, are almost over. You can start to wave goodbye. That's going to help manifest those obstacles dissolving and moving and shifting. Start to see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Here in this, look at this. Now, I made a post this week about divine timing, and sometimes we think divine timing means I've got to wait for when God and the angels decide it's okay for me to have what I want. And that can make us feel passive. It can make us feel as if we don't have any say in what happens, and nothing could be further from the truth. Whilst you do have to let go and let the angels guide you, you also have action to take, and that divine timing isn't always to do with the clock or what the divine thinks is right for you. It's to do with your readiness. So, sometimes we push our joy, the things we want to do, the things we want to study, the changes that we want to make, we push them into the future because our ego says we're not ready. But it's up to you to make yourself ready, right? So what little steps have you been putting off that you know are going to move your life forward, but you've been ignoring them or you've been pushing them away because of fear? And fear is something that everyone has to deal with. But are you going to let it stop you? Are you going to let it hold you back? No. It's never too late to put a foot on the path that is right for you. and to walk away from toxic situations, situations that don't serve you, to drop negativity, to say no to something in your day that you know is going to distract you from things that are a higher priority for you. So this is letting you know that you can look forward to those obstacles getting smaller. And when it comes to divine timing, think of planting a seed in the ground. When you put water and sunshine and all the things that that seed needs to grow, it's able to grow. But if you were to like let it dry up and put it in the shade or overwater it even, it's not going to get what it needs in order to grow. So that's why sometimes we do have to take steps for that divine timing to come about. Hope that makes sense. And this is the outcome. Wow. I love this image. Look at this. All right. Hopefully I'm not fogging up the focus too much. So we have a figure and she's looking off to the side. There's a beautiful horse that she's sitting on and it's got a halo. And this is reminding us that the universe and the angels are always sending us messages. And those messages, sometimes they're guidance, sometimes they're acknowledgement, like the angels are saying, hey, I'm here with you, I'm caring for you, I'm watching over you. And sometimes it's insight. So sometimes we have to figure something out before we can move forward, or we need to know the full picture about maybe what is blocking me or what is my next step. And this is telling us that deeper insights are coming, but perhaps you've been avoiding them. So this has come up twice now in this reading. Make sure that you're fully open to the gifts, the messages, the guidance and the healing of the angels. Make sure that your blindfold and your foggy sunglasses are off, metaphorically, so that you are really seeing what is in front of you. You're seeing the truth. I often say to my angels when I'm confused, show me the truth of this situation. Show me what I most need to know so that I can move forward. And sometimes it's hard to see the truth, right? Sometimes it's harsh. But better we know, knowledge is wisdom, knowledge is freedom, so that we can make decisions based on reality and what's true for us instead of what we fear or what we imagine, or just putting blinkers on and saying I don't want to see it at all. So you have good plans, there are good things coming to you, you've been manifesting, you've been asking, you've been praying, but there are details that need to come together, and you need to hold all of your power and stand in the center of your situation and say, I'm not a helpless victim. I'm not powerless in this situation. I have a right to know and to oversee the details and to make changes so that I can be a powerful co-creator in how all this works out for me. So the angels are nudging you this week, right? It really helps to know the details, doesn't it? And also to figure out, like sometimes we know the bigger picture. We don't have to know every step along the way. That's what the universe knows, the angels know. But we do need to know when it's time. It's like we don't just float like endlessly down the river, sort of just saying, okay, I don't need to know. We do need to know in the right moments. We need to know we're not about to go over a waterfall. We need to know we're not going to get stuck on a log. We need to know, like, paddle our way through. So when the steps come, we need to take inspired action. And when we've got the knowledge, we can do that. All right, angels. I'm really feeling a Metatron vibe right now. So Archangel Metatron, thank you for coming into our reading and giving us one final message. Oh, this is about abundance. Abundance. So managing your resources wisely. This is an Archangel Michael card. So you are going to have enough money, abundance, whatever you need to receive what you want. So don't hold yourself back with the thought of, I'm not enough, it's too late, I haven't got enough. Take confident action steps to move forward. You see the woman in the card, she's handing over abundance, her money, for what she wants. There's a gorgeous ring, an emerald ring that she's purchasing. This is an Archangel Michael card. So it's about getting grounded, creating real security and finances that support you, but looking for ways for that abundance to manifest. So sometimes we say, okay, I can't have this because I haven't got this yet. But sometimes things will pop up that help us. And we have to be open instead of dismissing out of hand and just saying, I can't have it, I can't have it, I can't have it. You know, I've really noticed with people when I work with groups that sometimes when you say, okay, what do you want? People get really sad. Instead of going, yeah, this is what I'm excited about, this is what I'm creating, they get really sad. Their energy drops, they go into negativity. And that's an energetic block. And the sadness is, I have lost faith that I can have this thing because I don't know how I'm going to get it. Or from where I'm sitting right now, I can't see how it can come. And that's when we say the angels, your guides, your intuition, your soul, the divine does know. But you have to have the confidence, the courage, the assertiveness to ask for it, and the faith to not let that sadness crowd in and overwhelm you, that it is going to come about. And that's how things are manifested. Anything I've ever manifested in my life, there's always been a voice that has said, you can't have that. Might have been an internal voice, usually it is, and then usually echoed by external voices, the helpful people that say, you can't have that. What are you thinking? Who do you think you are? All those kind of things. And our job is to not let those voices crowd out the desire, crowd out the excitement. Because when we ask in faith, even though there seems to be no way, the steps will appear. And, you know, I'm thinking right now of when I first started on this journey, 20 something years ago. And I was married at the time, and I'm not anymore. And the subject around this partner was money all the time, money, money, money. And at the time I couldn't work full time because I was not yet an Australian resident. My husband was. And so he kind of had control over finances, which was not a comfortable situation for me. I really believe that women should have their own finances, their own control over their finances. But he had quite a scarcity mentality. So when I said I wanted to go and study about and develop my psychic gifts, because I was getting so many angel communications at that time that I wanted to take the next step, he said, no, you can't do that, because it was going to be around $1,400 for me to travel and stay over and do the course. But I really, really wanted it, and I knew I was meant to do it. So instead of saying, oh, no, okay, I give up, I said, okay, angels, I'm open to this coming in whatever way it needs to come. And first thing that happened is someone offered me a payment plan. I put down a deposit, and I had a little while. Then I got sent a gift. Then I was offered a job. Now, those things singularly didn't add up to the amount of money that I needed, but together they did. Now, if I'd have said, well, I look at my bank account, there's only $150 in there, I can't do this, I would have just given up there and then. So, and I can guarantee that every time you have a desire, you create a path to that desire. And you mustn't listen to that lack of faith that says, I can't have it. So here is a good sign for that, because Archangel Michael and Metatron are saying, let us clear this negativity that you have, that you can't have what you want. Yes, there's going to be an energy exchange, but you have to be open about how that's going to work out for you. Okay. I love this. I love this because it works, right? It really, really works. I hate that voice too, Natalie. Yeah. And it's, you know, when it overwhelms us, it's really awful, isn't it? Like I had a crying day last week, a day where I was fatigued, I was overwhelmed, something happened, and I just went into, and that voice came really loud of like, you know, you can't have what you want. And I went, oh, okay, I'm not listening to this. But it can just swamp you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Definitely a message from heaven. Hi, Craig. I'm so sorry that I don't do individual readings in these videos anymore. This is a reading because I really know and believe, after 20 years of doing this work and many years doing these videos, is that you get a message from me during this recording and you can apply it to your own situation. The angels work through me to you. And many people over the years have come back and said, oh my God, you said something in that reading that just hit the nail on the head for me, and it really helped. So I don't do individual readings in these videos, but you can book a private reading with me on my website. So I'll drop the link later, or you can just go over to rachelscoltock.com. There's a link in the comment to my angel communication program. Hi Cheryl. Hi Cheryl. Thank you so much. So yeah, yes, thank you, Natalie. Natalie says that negative voice is loudest when our mission is the biggest. The bigger the fear, the bigger the purpose. So that's when that swamps over us. And it's a sign. You know, I was working with the ladies at my retreat last month. Gosh, that was only a couple of weeks ago. And everything that those women were putting out for was big heart and soul stuff for their life. And I could see with every single person that what they wanted was right for them. It was divinely aligned and it was coming. But what our work is to do and what their work is to do is to clear that negative energy, to clear that negative voice, because I think we have a responsibility in a way to get on our path, to get into right alignment, because when we're happy, we create and fulfilled and content and working on our purpose, we create a ripple effect to our families, to our world, to our loved ones, to our friends. You know, when we're shining our light, we inspire others to shine theirs as well. And it doesn't mean that life just irons out and there's never another challenge, but it does mean that you're hitting your goals, you're seeing your dreams come true, and you spend less time in that pit, in that hole of sadness, depression, and I can't have what I want. Whenever we're off track, we get that stagnation feeling. So I wanted to tell you before I go off is that angel communication certification, this is getting certified to work with the angels, to learn to read the angel cards for yourself, to learn healing techniques to heal yourself and others with the angels if you want to work with others, to learn how to read auras, to understand who your master guide is when you give readings and you tune in, to understand which angels are around you and to learn to see, feel, hear, and sense and know the angels and their messages for you. This is my most popular program. It's been running for, I don't know, maybe 10 years. I used to run it live where people spent 4 months with me. They come from all over the world in Australia to train with me. Now I do it online because so many of you can't travel to Australia to spend time with me. And it's really life-changing because we don't just teach you how to do these things. I also take you through a process where you get your own guidance over the course of the 6 weeks. So you're getting answers to your burning questions. You also get healing sessions where I help you to release those blocks, those fears, those saboteurs that are holding you in doubt, keeping you stuck, keeping you without confidence, and holding you back from your purpose and your dreams. So as we shift all of this energy, you come out transformed. And so many people make life-changing decisions in this program. They start their own businesses, their spiritual businesses, or whatever their heart's desire is, but they become more empowered to do what they're here to do in the world. They have healings in their own lives and in the lives of their loved ones. I was thinking this morning, and I was actually just writing about this, that one of the people that came to my one of my first certifications, they left the program and one of their in-laws was very unwell in hospital in a coma, and they sat beside them and did the energy healing with the angels that I taught in the program, which I teach in the program. And their in-law came out of that coma and recovered. And they came out of it reporting that they'd seen amazing colors and angels in their dream, even though that wasn't part of their while they were in the coma, even though that wasn't part of their who they were before they went into the coma. They weren't someone who believed in those things. Amazing things happen, but that's only a part of it. The part of it that is most helpful is that you get into alignment with your true path and you learn to communicate with the angels. So doors close for this tomorrow. We start tomorrow evening, Sydney, Australia time, the 8th of November, but we have 2 sessions a week. And you only come to one session, but I offer two options because we're in Australia. If you live in the US, you might want to come to the later session, which is on Wednesday Australia time. So you've actually got a couple of days to sign up if you want to. There's still time to have a quick chat with me if you want to. I've still got a couple of places left. So if you'd like to join, please let me know. End the year on a high. And this is really powerful and transformative. I know so many of you want to and you've been putting it off. I've also got a payment plan for this. So if you want to pay it in installments, you can start with a small payment and pay it off monthly. So that's no problem at all. So if you'd like to be certified to work with the angels, then join Angel Communication. The link is in my profile. You can do readings for yourself, but I hope you'll still come back to Angel Monday.